Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is August 15th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. Let's maximize this quarterly chart. Boom. What we see the SPY above our yearly R1. That's that green line with all those dotted lines there. We have gotten an all-time high this quarter. And everything's looking pretty good on this quarterly picture at this time. Let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, what we see here, we made all-time high this month. What I'm looking at is right here, all-time high, and that's this month right here. And so this month is this market has turned back around and looking very bullish at this time. Let me just change my arrow a little bit. The other thing that we kind of noticed here, we are above our 9-10 moving average, meaning that when we're above that, technically, us technical traders saying we are in a bull market. If we were below that, we'll say we are in a bear market. But this time we're in a bull market. Also, we got these higher lows here for these last couple of months now, and we got a higher high now. So again, we're getting back into an uptrending market at this time. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, I'm going to zoom in here a little bit more. Let me just zoom in for the last year. First of all, on this weekly chart, what I see here is that before this market was, I said it wasn't going anywhere. It was doing this whole sideways action. I was drawing it like this a lot of times. Some people were drawing it like this and all they were seeing. But me, ideally, it wasn't going anywhere. It was consolidating. Was it consolidating to go up or was it consolidating to go down? That's the whole thing. And we actually finally got a pop above this area here, above those highs that I thought we needed to get above, and we have gone higher. So we have gotten our breakout. We're getting a little doji looking candle here at this time, but we made all-time highs again this week and all. So this market is looking like it's ready to go. What I'm seeing here, though, is one of the things we got to be kind of cautious of. We're getting close to an R3 level. That's that little red line that you can see right there. And also be careful, be careful, be careful. And let me just zoom this down here a little bit where we can see that. There you go. You can see that. That's a red line there. That's a resistance 3 level. A lot of times when we get to a resistance 3 level, the market tends to slow down or maybe even give us a little push back. And also, again, be careful, be careful, be careful. That's closer we get to that and all. All right, let's go down to our daily noise and wrap this on up. Boom, daily noise. I'm just going here like this, starting off. You can see the big picture there. Then we see what's been happening here. This is all that chop back here. All this mess back here, where I said we wasn't going anywhere. I'm having a hard time. All this crap going here, and then we finally broke above this level right here, this candle here. When we got that, yeah, it was kind of like off to the races. But we have slowed down. We're still kind of like in an uptrend right here. We are getting some higher lows and all, and we do have some higher highs. The all-time high was actually made on Thursday. Friday high wasn't quite as high as Thursday high. So again, now be kind of careful here, because what we're looking at here at this time on this daily picture, let me go ahead and erase some of that. It's kind of like this is like a piercing pattern here, these two candles here and all, and that can be a reversal type thing. But what I'm seeing also here is that come next week, we will be opening above pivot, and we have had some red candles in this uptrend that we've had this week, these 4 days right here. So again, it's kind of like be careful, be careful, be careful, but don't go too crazy about trying to short this market to the downside, because like here, this is what wasn't really the best piercing pattern. This is a weak, very weak piercing pattern. It didn't drop down to about our midway point here or anything like that. It was just like we got too high above R3, pulled back down, and then ended up closing the week above an R3. So that's what I was talking about there, what we saw on that weekly chart on those monthly candles. A lot of times when we get to this point right here, the market does tend to slow down. So that's what we see. Like I said, for next week, what we're looking at is just that we're going to be opening above pivot. We do have a piercing pattern here at the top, a bearish piercing pattern. So be kind of cautious about, you know, getting too long or swinging too early until you see some confirmation that this pattern has been wiped out, and you don't get a confirmation candle of it going back down to the downside. Because again, we do have a gap down here, and it might want to come back down here and fill this gap, but I kind of doubt it. And I don't think we're going to come back down and test. Look like we're not coming back down. Usually, a lot of times we'll come back down and test this area where it broke out from, but I don't see that happening. I think it would have happened if it didn't happen the first week that it broke out or the second week that it broke out above that. I don't think it's going to happen here anytime soon. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really see at this time. This is a Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Thank you, new subscribers. I am working on Candle Pattern 2.0 where I'm throwing in some things about, you know, bullish trade, bearish trade, you know, and maybe a little confirmation stuff. And I'm throwing in an additional candle pattern too. So we have to kind of like wait and see what I do there. All right. That's it. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.